In Economy Watch, joining us now is Juli Niemann. She's the Executive Vice President of Smith Moore. Always happy to have you here. Juli, this is an extra busy week with news about the labor market later this week. We'd love to get your thoughts. At last check, the unemployment rate was 3.7% in December. And what about the overall economy?
The economy right now is holding up very well for two reasons. First of all, the consumer isn't stopping. The consumer is unfortunately taking on more debt now as opposed to spending all the savings that they had during COVID. But incomes are better, so they have more loose change available. Their debt levels are still manageable, and that's probably the key thing. We do really watch that very closely to see how much is going into credit card debt. And of course, if you're buying a mortgage on a house, you're paying a higher rate. But even those rates have come down, as have housing prices. Even in Chicago, housing prices have started to come down. So these are all positive things. But that's one of the big things that we really watch closely is what are the debt levels out there. Unemployment, still very good. Now, this is going to be an early indicator of when the next recession is coming, because we're already seeing things like the number of new hires going down, new job postings going down. We're seeing a labor market not as robust as it had been. Still additions to it. There's still a lot of jobs available for people who want them. But a lot of things were the people who were hired in anticipation of a booming economy haven't worked out. And that's largely in technology. They hired for absolutely prime conditions, and companies are now looking that they have to start reducing their population. And a lot of it, true, is because a lot of people have not gone back into the office. This work from home thing is a for real thing. It is a sea change. And the bosses can howl all they want. The new generation wants to have the flexibility of working on their computers while they're shooting on a ski slope. So as long as they get the job done, who cares where they're located? The bosses are going to have to change their thinking. This is a transition period here, but it is also one of higher productivity.
Always great to have you here. Thank you, Juli.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.